All right, all right. Good evening. How's everyone doing today? It's just me today, so Todd and Sean, they're both busy out working, so it's going to be me talking with you guys a little bit. So hopefully we'll knock out some of the main talking points that we're going to go over today, and then we're going to do some giveaways for the championship, which we just forgot to do while at the championship. So we're going to do a Strike King giveaway, gift card giveaway there. So if you're a winner, you don't have to be present, but if you're watching this later, if you competed in the championship, I have a spinny wheel that I'm going to be shuffling up. We're going to do some gift card giveaways there. It's going to be two $100 gift cards and two $50 gift cards. So a total of $300 there is going to be raffled off towards being able to use for Strike King. And then we're going to be doing some a top FKBT top 25 giveaway where we have some Yak Attack gift cards that we're going to be giving away, as well as two 2026 club memberships. So what that means for those memberships, if your name's called and you have you won the membership, you'll get with me and I'll get you registered. Not sure what we're going to do yet. Just know that you can redeem that for the 2026 season. The platform, the tournament management platform, again, we left that out, that we have some suggestions in regards to either if it's going to be Fish and Chaos or if it's going to be Tourney X. So that hasn't been decided as a club yet for going into next year. So depending on which route that goes is going to determine how the registration process is going to go. So just stay tuned, but you'll still get to turn in your redeem that for this upcoming year. What's going on, Andrew? David, that's a joke. I actually joked around with Mitchell earlier, telling him that I didn't put him on the wheel for the Strike King giveaway. So, but no, all 32 anglers that competed in the championship, and they will be able to be drawn from that. So I appreciate you guys hopping on tonight. I'm excited. I'm glad to be back. It's been a while since I have been on one of these, so I appreciate you guys. Again, I do want to take this time to really thank Todd, Sean, David Myers, Jeff Gallagher, and Clutter for really holding down the fort for the past couple months since I've been gone in training. I'm back now. And we're back on board trying to get stuff squared away for this upcoming season. So I know that we're not fishing and competing, but there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. So we appreciate your guys's continued support. Even though, like I said, we're not fishing tournaments, it's probably the busiest time of the year for us as tournament directors that are running this club, making sure everything's set up and good to go for next year to be operating just as smooth as this one was. So again, thank you guys for running it. Hopefully everyone enjoyed the championship. I was the one judging, so I had seen the fish that were being submitted. I had some anglers reach out to me in regards to some of the issues that they were running into as far as like jet skiers and boaters on the St. John's. So we listened to some of the feedback there. There's a lot of things that we're going to try to do next year that are going to make that a little, make that not a possibility or limited as much as possible. Because again, angler safety and whatnot is definitely one of our top priorities. So that raised a lot of questions for us moving on ways that we're going to move forward for next year. So just stay tuned. This live isn't really going to be talking much about what kind of rules and things that we're going to be changing moving into next year. That's going to be a little bit later on after we review all of the suggestions that were made via that Facebook post that we post. So if you are watching this and you haven't made any suggestions, I made two Facebook posts last week asking for anglers or members of the club to drop suggestions on like rules and lake suggestions on where to fish for this upcoming season. So if you haven't done that, you have until this Sunday, to go in and make your suggestions. We're writing them down and we're looking at them and we're seeing what some of those trends are for as far as members of the club and kind of where they want to see this club, the direction the club to go. So we're looking at those. We're talking through them. We're looking at your lake suggestions to kind of see where it is that you guys would like to fish next year. So if you have any cool concepts or things in which you would like to see be done, by all means, please drop your comments and suggestions there so that we can talk amongst it and ultimately, pitch it out to the club to see how everyone kind of feels on it. So just giving you a heads up here, there are going to be some items that we are going to push polls out through the Florida Kayak Bass Trail official Facebook page. There's going to be polls that are sent out where it's going to be asking for you guys to vote on what you want to see done. Some of that's going to be rules. And may or may not be the lakes. We're gonna, for the schedule, we're gonna try to figure out how we can do that to have your guys' input. I know the championship, we're gonna leave it up to you guys to vote on and stuff of that nature. But when it comes down to the regular season, we're trying to make the best decision the most effective decision for the club. But again, if you haven't already, please drop your suggestions in that post so that your voice can be heard. Again, we're not judging anyone. Again, the whole point of that, I wouldn't be asking for your suggestions if I didn't truly want to see them. Again, from just some of the comments and things that I've read, it seems like some members of the club don't feel like they can come and talk to myself, Todd, or Sean directly. You can send me an anonymous text, or you can have someone else talk on your behalf, right? But we do want to hear your suggestions. If something's going wrong throughout the year, we don't want it to build up until the end of the season for people to then want to voice their opinion or say, hey, why are y'all doing this? Or, hey, what's this or what's that? If you have questions, comments, or concerns about decisions that are being made, any of that, I'm like I said, I'm here. You can call me, you can text me, you can private message me, whatever it is that you want to do, please do so. The last thing that I want is for an angler to be upset and then start talking to other anglers and kind of creating this negative look or negative trend with the club. Come directly to me. If I'm not approachable, which I don't see why I'm not, but if I'm not, go to someone else and that may feel comfortable coming to me to talk to me. But I definitely come to me, ask me questions. I'm here to help. So yes, I definitely wanted to talk about that a little bit. But this club is what you guys make it, right? So at the end of the day, we're listening to you guys. We're not affiliated with any big national trail, which is a benefit for us so that we kind of have the freedom to do kind of whatever we want to do. When it comes to rules and special tournaments and AOI qualification standards, championship formats. I know that was a hot topic where folks are upset about the format. We've been trying to keep the club consistent when it comes to rules and formatting and things. So not making. Sorry, my dog is barking. It's time for dinner, I guess. But we were trying to keep things as consistent as possible, so it wasn't just this roller coaster of, hey, these rules are changing. However, I feel like there's some anglers that were upset about the 5 fish limit for the championship. We've done that consistently for the past 2 years because of the competitiveness of it, right? Again, we still have anglers that were struggling to catch 5 fish within the 2-day limit, right, on that particular body of water, where if it was, I would have to go back and look at the data for the championship, but I think we had 24 anglers catch a limit out of the 32, and there was 4 anglers that didn't catch a single fish in the championship. So we're doing that to kind of just keep the field tight. Next year, it's going to change, right? We'll go back to whatever. We'll let the club vote on what they want the format to be for the championship. And then at the end of the day, what that's going to do is what we didn't want people to do is say we couldn't fish on Saturday. but they can fish on Sunday. We wanted to give them that chance for that 5 fish limit to be able to make the decision on what they wanted to do. But now it can definitely be, it can't be one on the first day, but it's definitely, if the club decides to go back to that 10 fish limit, it could definitely be lost on day one. So what the club wants is what is the feedback we're getting. So there's going to be a lot of things that are be coming up for you guys to vote on. Again, you gotta participate in those if you want your voice heard. If you don't vote, then the way I look at it is don't complain. If you have a concern about something, definitely come to my attention. There's been a number of anglers that have reached out, and I love having those conversations. Definitely do so. I want to make sure that the club's being ran as efficiently and effectively as possible, so you guys are having fun and just enjoying yourself out on the water. So I'll kind of stop talking about that a little bit. If you have any questions, I'm going to go through the comment sections here since I'm the only one on tonight. I see a Jack on here. Hi, Jack, from Bass. Will enter for your upcoming season. Please include me in any notifications. So, Jack, what I would say to you is, if you're not already, please go on to Facebook and request to join the Florida Kayak Bass Trail official page. And that's where a lot of our notifications are posted, or come on these lives that we have here too. But definitely appreciate you, Jack, for hopping on. I'm hoping to see a lot more new faces in the coming years. But yeah, that's all I see too much. What's up, Amy? I see Chris Mitchell wanting a little more Debbie snacks. We might just have to get the little Debbie truck out at our events at the end of after the end of each event. And then I see Sam Burke saying club cookouts night before or night of day 1 or 2. Okay. For the championship, Sam, is that what you're talking about? I know the plan was for this year for us to do something like that. However, I got pulled for some military training, so I wasn't able to do what I had originally planned. But yeah, definitely that's good. That's good info for you guys. Again, at the end of the day too, it comes to participation and people actually coming to those things. I know a lot of people have also voiced their opinion about making mandatory meetups, not making our award ceremonies and things of that nature not mandatory. So I can only imagine next year, if we do go the route of not making that mandatory, the number of people that attend those award ceremonies and those types of functions is going to plummet drastically. I hope that's not the case. I hope I'm wrong. But I do hope if it does end up going to that route, that people still do decide to show up and kind of, be present in congratulating and celebrating those anglers that have won, because you would want the same if you were on the other end, to have your peers there congratulating you and celebrating your victories. So I hope that continues. But again, that's something that we're going to leave up to the club. Again, I don't want that's definitely one of the things that we're going to post out there, and then we'll go with what the majority of the club wants. But Jack said that's not a bad thing. Fish how you want to get there, but while there, throw monster baits and fish for giants. Yeah. But yeah, so again, I appreciate all you guys and everything that you guys have done for the past 3 years, right? This club would not be where it's at without the support from our members and our tournament directors, Todd, Sean, Jeff, David, Clutter, and myself. Like, we put a lot of work and effort into it, and I want you guys to receive what you guys deserve for all the amount of time and effort you guys put into fishing our events and the practice and what's not. So, yeah. So again, yeah, Snarly, and we appreciate that. We see a lot of anglers that come out to our award ceremonies at the end, even if you skunk, right? We understand that you guys go out there, you have a bad day, you don't catch a fish, you're upset, you're tired, right? There's a number of factors that go into it, right? And we totally, put those things into consideration when we do this too, right? But as a club, a grassroots club, what we are founded on and what our vision and mission is with this whole Florida Kayak Bass Trail is the sense of community, right? And anglers coming together, the fellowship, the friendships, the stories, and all of that is much more than any money or cash that you're going to cash at the end of the day. So again, if that's not something that you necessarily want to be a part of, or you have life happens and you got other things, right? Again, at no point this year has any angler not received Angler of the Year points for not attending the award ceremony at the end, right? Because things were communicated ahead of time. So again, just know we're going to leave that up to the club to vote on a little bit later on, because that's the feedback that we're getting, and we're going to listen to you guys, because at the end of the day, y'all make the club. We're just here to make sure that it's ran professionally, officially, and accurately, so that we're doing our due diligence on our end. So again, those are just a few things that I was going to talk about. I am going to pull up some of these suggestions here. I did want to talk a little bit about them. I've already covered some, so I do want to sit down and kind of go over for some of the input. We had about 75 comments put on it. Some things that you guys are going to see when it comes down to it is going to be tournament start and end times with the winter time, and it getting the temperatures. There might be some adjustments in the winter time to lines in, lines out. So next year it might not always be like it has been 7 to 3. There might be some tournaments where we are going to be shifted towards later lines in and later lines out. So that you can get more on the afternoon bites there. So that's one thing that you're going to look at. One thing that we are going to shift on adapting is the pinching of the tail. We're going to oh my God, Mitchell. Sorry, I had a message come across my screen there. We are gonna do the pinching of the tail for like hand placement and stuff like that. We are gonna. That's one of the rules. We are gonna adapt moving on into the next year. So that's just no spoiler there. We wanted to do it this year, but we just kind of kept it the same. And then kicking off the next season, we're gonna do that. There's gonna be some minor adjustments to the championship and AOY qualification standards moving into the next year. We're going to look at the off-limits periods and practice days, and the date and time of the championship we're going to be looking at that. There's more to come on that. And then another one is going to be, which we're going to be talking about, would be motors and what that looks like for the future of the club. I've seen a lot about that. A big thing with the tournament platform, Tourney X or Fishing Chaos. We're going to figure that out. The pros and cons. So I do want to talk a little bit about the pros and the cons, because I think someone who did a very good job addressing it was Thomas Anthony Woodring. For those of you that know him as Woodring, with Tourney X and some of the pros and cons. I know that Fishing Chaos has been doing a lot of updates, right, and the impact that may have on the angler when it comes to like location settings and just the user friendliness of it. And the ones that want Fishing Chaos, we're going to post it out on the as a poll. So again, vote on it. Again, the pros and cons to it is going to be, we're going to do a whole podcast on it, essentially, where we're going to talk about why we chose to go which route we wanted to go and which okay. We're going to go, we'll talk more about that. I have people in the background message me. I'm sorry. But yeah, we'll have a whole podcast on which route we're going to go in tournament management systems and what that's going to look like moving into the 2026 season. So anything on the chat? Sean's not waiting in the live, so I don't know what he's. If you're in the background, come to the background. You're not in there. I don't see you. So he's just Sean is on his way home from work. Okay, so all right. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and do one of the random giveaways for the FKBT Championship Strike King giveaway. It's going to be the first one that we're going to do is $100 giveaway. And the way that you're going to redeem this is if I call your name, you're going to send me a message through Facebook, or if you have my cell phone, shoot me a text or an email at floridakayakbashtrail@yahoo.com, and we will send you Venmo, PayPal, whatever that is, so that you can you can go on to Strike King and purchase some of your product for the upcoming season. So right now we have 32 anglers on here. Again, every angler from the championship is on here. It's not rigged, I promise you. There's 32. Where is it at? Well, sorry, there's 31. I need to go in and put Wendy Biles back in. Wendy Biles. Okay, so we have 32 anglers in there now. That's how many competed. I'm going to go in and spin. So I'm going to hit spin since I can't share my screen. So who do we got? Oh, it was almost Sean Spears. Sherman Bishop. Sherman Bishop, you are the winner for the $100, one of the $100 gift cards for Strike King. So I'm going to put Sherman Bishop in the chat, $100 prize. Hold on. Gift card. Is Sherman in here? Yes. Thank you. I think that's Timothy Campbell with Gator Bait Fishing. Yes, Strike King, if you guys aren't aware, is hosting their monthly summer tournament, which has awesome giveaways. So Sherman Bishop is going to be the first recipient of the $100 gift card. And what I'll go ahead and do is I'm going to remove him. So we got 31 anglers in there. We're going to do a $50 gift card giveaway for Strike King. So let me go ahead and hit spin. We have John Hicks is going to be $50. A FKB member is first right now. Oh, nice. John Hicks is $50 Strike King. I'm putting this into the chat. Okay. All right. So that's going to be that. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go over into the FKBT top 25. So if you are competing in the top 25 challenge that we did, I'm going to be doing five, like I said, five giveaways. Okay. And those 5 giveaways is going to be 3 gift cards. I have to get with Todd on what it is on what they are, but I will if you win a Yak Attack gift card, I'll put it in here. We'll get with you on the back end to give you all the details and the code that you can use for Strike King. And then if you win, we'll do a gift card and we'll do a membership here right now. So I'm going to go ahead and spin for the top 25. We have 22 anglers that are signed up for it. So the first one's going to be a Yak Attack gift card. It's going to be Daryl Harrelson. Daryl Harrelson is going to be the winner there for the Yak Attack gift card. All right. I'll get you the details, Harrelson, for the Yak Attack gift card. I'm going to remove you from this particular one. The next raffle is going to be for the 2026 membership. Spinning. This is that membership for... All right, Richard Bruce. Richard Bruce is going to be receiving... is going to be the FKBT 2026 membership winner. Okay, another black pack. No, we don't have any black packs. It's going to be their gift cards. So those those are the winners for the championship. So we gave away $50 and $100. So we'll have another $100 giveaway at the end of the stream, and then we'll do another $50 giveaway for Strike King at the end of the stream. and so on and so forth for the FKBT2. So again, we're going to continue to do these giveaways throughout the off season and into the next regular season as well, just so that we continue to give back to our members. So Richard, I appreciate. I see that you're on here. Get with me. I'll give you more information on what that looks like for your membership moving into 2026. But congratulations there, Richard, on that prize there. So one thing I do want to talk about, we're sitting at about, how many minutes am I at right now? Sorry. We're sitting at how long have I been on this thing? It's not telling me. Oh, 25 minutes. So we got plenty of time here. So I'm going to try to keep this as short and sweet as possible. I do want to do a financial recap like I normally do. I do one at the beginning of the year, I do one in the middle, and I do one at the end. So what that looks like for this year, again, I will give you guys where we're currently sitting at and how we got there, and then what the plans are for the money that's sitting in our account that we are where we're currently at after all championship and things have been paid out for the regular season. So moving into next season, where we haven't established what that payout scale is going to look like, just due to the fact of the fees and the things, how things are going to shift if we decide to go to a new tournament platform, and what fees are associated with that, with entry fees and whatnot. So I don't want to dive too much into next year, but what I'm going to talk about now is where we're at with finishing up the 2025 season. So we're sitting at around where is it at? I think it was around $2,700 is what we have left in our account. However, some upcoming bills that we have. So we have StreamYard and QuickBooks is two of our monthly reoccurring fees. And during the off season, with those monthly fees, we try to keep back anywhere between $700 to $800 in the backside of it to help cover those reoccurring fees, because we still use this platform, StreamYard platform, and we're still managing our books through QuickBooks. So those are monthly fees. So we try to keep $800 in that, and that's just to keep to where we're not in the negative in the club. We still have to a bill that we still have to pay is for the championship checks. I'm just waiting on the invoice from Todd. I just spoke with him today. He has placed the order for those checks, and we will be mailing out those checks to anglers. If you could wait until the first event, if you plan on fishing the first event and you don't mind waiting until the first event to get that check, that will cut down some costs for shipping for those. So shoot me a message if you're okay with waiting till the championship to receive, or if you're okay with waiting until the first event to receive your championship check. But if not, the plan is just to mail them out to all the anglers who received those at the championship. So that is I'm still waiting on the invoice. It's estimated to be around the 200, 225 area because of how many checks we do have printed, and we're doing a little bit more custom to it this year. So there's a little bit more money involved for it. We have that. We have the FKBT top 25 giveaways, which we're doing tonight, which around by the end of the year, that's probably going to be around $500. And then we have the Strike King giveaways, which is $300. So with all of those upcoming bills and the monthly reoccurring fees, that puts us around $1,800. So in what's left in our account is where we strive to be at the end of every year, is around anywhere between $1,000 to $1,500 staying in our account. And what that money is used for is to help kick off and buy product for giveaways for the next season, for all of those meetups and things that we do with the baits and the rods and some of the reels and stuff that we give away, is purchased with that money to just kind of help kick that season off. So I know I'm going to say this right now, and hopefully I don't offend anyone when it comes to this, and hopefully this isn't a shock to anyone. The finances for the club, I'm open to share that with anyone. I keep a very extensive book. I don't even know what you want to call it, but I keep a very extensive Excel document that breaks down every event that we fish, who wins, how much they win, where money goes, where it's transferred, what it's spent on, everything. I have documents that go all the way back to our first event on the on Stickmarsh and Fellsmere, however many years ago. It's a running document, and I am up to sharing that and going through that with anybody who wants to look at it. Again, myself, Todd, Sean, Clutter, David, and Jeff, none of us receive a dime. Okay, that is 100% facts. So I don't want. I would love to not have any rumors going around saying, asking, hey, where's money going? If you have a question about, hey, where's money going, or why was the payout this versus this, or why was it different, you come directly to me. I run all the finances for the club through QuickBooks. We write checks and so on and so forth. So please, 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 please come to me. I don't want anyone going around, spreading any sort of rumors or whatever. If you have a question about why the payout was what it was, please come to me. There's probably a good rhyme and reason why it is what it is. So again, please don't go around making assumptions or spreading any sort of rumors. I have the facts and the data to back it up on where the money's at. So I have no issue saying that or sharing that either. I'm not going to do it on a StreamYard platform for everybody else to see. But if you would like to sit down and we can have a one-on-one, by all means. I haven't really had anyone reach out to me and ask me to do so, but I'm up for it. But I will have to say this: our payouts are based off of participation. No sponsorship that we have with any company do we get any sort of a monetary compensation from it, right? So the tournaments that we do, like the FKBT Top 25, again, the intentions for that tournament was to raise money to help go towards championship payouts, Angler of the Year payout, which we increased from $300 last year, or it went 3, 5, and then this year it was $1,000, right? Rookie of the Year, again, all of that right there is $1,300 right off the rip, where we have to, strategically save and allocate money throughout the year in order to even have those sorts of payouts for Angler of the Year and Rookie of the Year. And then on top of that, having our championship payout. I will say that I'll take ownership for this, I messed up when I made that post this year in regards to trying to boost payouts for the championship, with it being at $150. I thought, and I overlooked last year. I thought it was 125. So Seth, and I'll get back to that. So Seth, I said, reach out to me directly. So if you could, please reach out to me, and we will distribute out the $50 for the missed not being. Pretty much what happened was I was in the middle of the move and I misappropriated or missed whatever funds, $50 per first, second, and third place. So that's a total of $150, which should be going split amongst the top three finishers in the Panasofsky event. So reach out to me, shoot me a message. I'm back home now, and I have access to being able to Venmo or however it is, however you want the money. But yeah, I put a message on Facebook and tagged those members in it. I'll go back and look at who it is. I think it's you, and I forgot the 2 other anglers, but please reach out to me. I'll get that taken care of. But again, one thing, I kind of lost track where I was at because I didn't want to mess up. I didn't want to miss what Seth Taylor said. But yeah, again, please, please, please reach out to us. We're sitting at about, after everything's all said and done, like I said, around $1,000 to $1,400 kicking into next year. And again, a big thing with that too is $900 of that's actually my money that I put back into the club every year, depending on how the taxes plan out each year. This year, the club I got $900 back in taxes that were kind of affiliated with how the club is ran. So I put that money back into the club, and that's kind of how where we kind of stay afloat. So it is. The breakout for last year was if for folks that don't know, with Fishing Chaos, again, there's fees, there's strike fees and things of that nature. that go along with that. There's stripe fees, there's credit card fees that get associated with it. So the $60 that you guys might pay, or $66 that you guys end up paying for Fishing Chaos, because we pass the fee to the angler. Out of that $60, we see for big bass, and the normal ticket is around $57-ish and some change, depending on the bank that those people use, each person uses. And what gets put out towards payout per angler, if we can, depending on how many people, is 40. Our goal is to hit $40 is what goes towards the payout per angler per event. And then it's split up into first, second, third, 50, 30, 20. And big bass is 100% payout, right? So it's $10. 5 of it goes towards the lunker, and 5 of it goes towards that particular event, right? But I just told you that the $60 that you put in, we only see 57 of it. And we take $10 out of that for big bass. That leaves you with $47. And then we do a $5 admin fee per angler. That goes towards your checks. And $3 of that goes towards championship championship prizes and stuff that we put aside. So there's a whole payout. What I'm going to do next year to eliminate any sort of misinterpretation or misunderstood, or just to keep everybody informed, after each event, I'm going to do an event financial breakdown. Now that I'm not fishing it and not having to do a lot of the stuff in person, I'll be able to do a lot more stuff behind the scenes and show that to you guys directly. So what I plan on doing is, after each event, I will list out everything, a breakdown of why the payouts were what they were, and where that money's going within the club, and kind of where we're sitting at when it comes to championship funds, Angler of the Year pot, Rookie of the Year pot, the FKBT lunker. All of that is going to be on an Excel sheet for you guys to see throughout the year, because I want to make sure that there's no he said, she said type stuff. Again, a lot of our payouts are really, really good based off of how small but big the club is too. I think the smallest event payout that we had was like $700 or $750 for first place, which is a pretty good payout for 30, 40 people to be participating in. But again, whatever we can do to put more money into the angler's pocket at the end of the day is something that we're going to do, or try our best to do. But unfortunately, we're funded by the entry fees and the membership fees, but we try to keep the club memberships fees separately as like a reserve fund for championship, AOI, and then just odd and end things. We don't try to, that's not operating funds. Those are set aside really primarily to give back all to you guys in the championship. So when it comes to prizes, that stuff's not cheap. So another poll that we're going to push out is, do you guys want to see higher payouts or more prizes given away at each event in the championship? If you guys don't want the prizes that we're giving away at the championship because you're just giving them away or you're not using them, we're going to go with what the majority of the club wants. If they want higher payouts, then you guys aren't going to see as many rods and reels and baits being given away throughout the regular season and during the championship. It's literally, our focus will be on payouts. But again, our club is not really founded on, necessarily, then on that national level, right? We want to make sure that everybody's going home with something, right? And that's what it has been for the past 3 years. But if you guys, again, voice your opinion on higher payouts, less giveaways, then we can kind of shift our focus on that. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at when it comes to the finance side of it. Again, I just want to be as open and transparent with you guys as possible, and just know that we are being good stewards of your guys' hard-earned money when it comes to disseminating that back out through payouts and through championship means. It's not hard, but it's also not easy. But I'll definitely do a better job of giving you guys the visual presentations, reports throughout the years to come. So, but yeah, please come talk to me. Again, that's all I got to say when it comes to that. Are there any questions, comments, concerns that you guys might have. If you guys have any suggestions or comments, please drop them in the comment section below. We're going to be I'll be looking at those. Schedule for next year. I'm excited to kind of see where we're going to be going. We're listening to what you guys are saying as far as, going and fishing some smaller lakes. So Jeff Gallagher, he's not on here with us tonight, but he pitched a really unique idea on how we can host tournaments on smaller bodies of water. So he had come up, and we're going to talk about this and kind of get your guys' feedback on it too. But it kind of is similar to the Kayak Adventure Series tournament we did in Ocala, and bringing that kind of concept into some of our events next season, right? So if you guys want to try different formats throughout the season, whether it be a 5-fish limit, a 3-fish limit, a no limit tournament, whatever that format be, a traditional no live scope, no electronic tournament, that type of thing. If you guys are, wanting to kind of switch up formats and things throughout the year, that's something that we kind of have the liberty to do. Then, reach out to us. We want to hear that. I saw Blake Abbey made a post. I've seen Blake Abbey's. I've seen Jeff Gallagher. I seen that there was something posted yesterday about a side pot situation where, there's a potential for, anglers to win larger pots of money. So we're listening to all that. We're going to kind of see what we can do. At the end of the day, what I want you guys to understand is we're not going to be able to make everybody happy as much as we would like to. Some of the decisions we make, and that we leave up to you guys is not going to make everyone happy. And that's something that I'm going to have to be okay with. I hate that that's kind of how it is, but just know, at the end of the day, the decisions that are being made across the board from our leadership board, is done so in a manner for a few things. Safety is a big one, right? Everything that we do, we ask ourselves is what kind of, risks are involved with this, right? And then another one is, outside of safety, is going to be the best interest of the club. Like, does this make the most sense, right? The majority. And then is it something that we can actually do? Is it feasible? So those are some things that we kind of keep into consideration. And again, can it be done? Right. So that's a big one there. I'm sorry, I'm reading some of the comments you guys are posting, so it sidetracked me there for a minute. Trophies last longer than money. Money next. Goofy giveaways ain't worth nothing. And then a trash fish pot for us that catch big mudfish. So again, we are too, and some of the reason why we set aside some money, a little bit more money this year, as well as we are going to be doing for next year, an Angler of the Year trophy is going to be different. And the championship trophies are going to be different than the normal catch boards that we've done. So we did sit aside, our next year, we're going to be budgeting and setting aside a little bit more money that is going to go towards some unique trophies. We are going to try to get some sponsorships to kind of help fund that. So there's more to come on that. So hopefully we don't have to set aside too much money, but once we get it all figured out, we'll lay out the plan on the breakdown on the payouts and all that stuff, setting into the before we set sail into the 2026 season. But yeah, I agree. That's something that's been on my plate. I was trying to get different trophies for this year's championship, but it just didn't work out. So we're definitely going to be talking about AOI and trophies for the championship for next year. And then also checks at each individual event. If you guys want to shift away from the big paper checks that Todd has been doing and do something different, let us know, right? Money is a factor when it comes to that too. So that could then impact, payouts as well. Right now we average about $100, $105 a tournament for those paper checks, or those big cardboard checks that we give out. That's a minimal impact. The $5 that we set aside per admin fees per event definitely have covered our checks and whatnot for the whole regular season. So, but yeah. I'm going to go ahead again too and do some more giveaways. So right now we're sitting at we need to do another $100 Strike King gift card. So right now I'm going to swap over to that. We're going to go ahead and do the $100 Strike King giveaway gift card. Who is the lucky winner? Daryl Harrelson. This was for the FKBT Championship Strike King giveaway. Daryl, you have won yourself a $100 Strike King gift card. Congratulations. Get with me after this, and I will start issuing those payments over. All right, we're going to do the last $50. How do I remove Harrelson? So he don't let me go in here. So our next one is going to be, like I said, for the $50. Let's go ahead and hit that spin button. Spinning. Sorry. All right, Jeff Gallagher. Jeff Gallagher, he is on vacation right now, but I will be sure to give him his $50 Strike King gift card. All right. I will put that in there so I can see it. So we are done with the giveaways for the championship. So congratulations to all of those winners with the $100 gift cards and the $50 gift cards. Go to Strike King, get your guys get hooked up, or buy some baits and stuff for next year, or any tournament that you guys got going on in this summer. So what I'm going to go ahead and do next I'm going to raffle off the next two Yak Attack gift cards, and then we'll do the last and final membership giveaway. So top 25. Who do we got? Sherman Bishop. What did he win? Did Sherman Bishop win already? Sure. Oh, he won a $100 gift card. So I'm going to put him on here for the top 25. Sherman Bishop. He won a Yak Attack gift card. Okay. So Sherman Bishop is gone. We're going to do another gift card. Again, it's not too late for you guys to sign up for the FKBT Top 25. That will enter you in for these monthly giveaways. So Chris Collier is going to be our final recipient for the Yak Attack gift card. Again, I will send you guys emails with all of your gift card code information that you guys can use right on the website. You go to the website for Yak Attack, you go to your checkout menu or the cart, and then it'll say gift card, or it'll say code, gift card code. You'll just put in the long code there, and it'll give you the monetary value that's assigned to that particular code. And then now our final one is going to be for the next year membership for the FKBT. Wow. Chris Mitchell is going to be the winner for the year-long membership. So Chris Mitchell is going to be FKBT. Is he on here still? Okay. Cool. So that's going to wrap up those giveaways for this round. Again, that was my bad. I've been busy with with moving and a lot of things, but that's no excuse. I will do better each month to make sure that we're doing the giveaways for that membership for the throughout one of our lives. So if I forget, please, one of you guys that are watching this still, drop a comment below. Say, hey, don't forget to do this month's top 25 drawing, so that I can make sure that we give those away to the appropriate anglers. Again, that's a year long. For those of you that don't know, that's a year long tournament that we're doing. All the money that is earned, or that is that the entry fee for that tournament, that money is being put aside to help with future events, prize payouts, and championship payouts for the following year. So it's not too late to get signed up. Get signed up. And while you're pre-fishing, while you're fishing other tournament trails, while you're just out doing whatever it is, you can go in and sign up, pay, I think it's $25 or whatever it is, and then you can upload your fish, and then we're going to do something special at the end of it for the winner. Maybe the top three. We're still trying to work out on what we're going to do specifically for the top three when it comes to, I think it's December 31st or December 30th, whatever that is. We'll announce the winner there and what we're going to be doing for it. So, but yeah. Again, I hope I covered everything that I wanted to cover. I normally the other guys on here kind of keep me in line. I'm sorry for kind of blabbing along. Again, just know I'm back. I'm present, and we're trying to work on getting everything set up for the 2025-2026 season. I think you guys are going to be excited. I hope that you are. If you guys could, please go out, like, share, and subscribe to all of our social media platforms. Share the club with your friends. Introduce them to kayak fishing. If they have any questions, if they had any questions about the club and kind of what it's all about, please reach out. Have them reach out to me, Sean Spears, Todd Quillen, Jeff Gallagher, or David Myers, Chris Clutter. Any of those guys, they can get you squared away. Again, when it comes to membership registration for the 2025-2026 season, with us not knowing which platform we're gonna migrate towards, that's on a hold. We're gonna try to have that decision made sometime in July, mid-July, hopefully. So registration for the club should open up around that time once we kind of get nailed down on what platform we're going to be using. Again, we're not going to be able to make everyone in the club happy. So hopefully you guys understand with whatever decision that the club that we decide to go with, just know that we're doing so in the best interest of you guys. So again, with like anything with change, if you're not familiar with Fishing Chaos, go out and compete and on some online tournaments, get familiar with it if you're new to the club. And if you haven't used Tourney X, I would suggest you guys to go out there and also get familiar with that app. And know how to utilize that, because at the end of the day, it all boils down to the angler and how well you understand and know how to utilize that tournament management system when competing in these events, right? So, pending any questions or any comments or concerns. Yeah, so Chris Mitchell won. Yeah, he got a free membership into into this year. He would have fished it anyways. But yeah, any questions, comments, or concerns, please reach out to me, and I'll do my best to reach out and respond in an appropriate manner. But again, I appreciate you guys. Look forward to another great season. And good luck to everyone that's out there competing in any online tournaments or any in-person tournaments throughout the summer. Again, best of luck, and we look forward to seeing you guys out on the water here sometime soon. So until next time, I'll see you then.